Hey, if you're wondering how to configure a solar array for your own use, here's how we did it in 3 weeks. The main question we're going to be addressing here is what the best configuration for a 6-panel array is. For us, it was most effective to wire them in 3 series pairs and connect each pair up through parallel. We'll be going over how to optimize series and parallel wiring, as well as other factors you might want to consider depending on your environment and equipment. Our system produces 36 volts and 15 amps, giving us a total of 540 watts.
An average working solar panel system requires these 4 main components: an MPPT, inverter, battery, and the photovoltaic cells or solar panels themselves. Photovoltaic cells are the receptors that will absorb solar energy and generate power. The MPPT, which stands for maximum power point tracking, is used to regulate the charge of the system's battery bank. An easy comparison is how a transmission works in a car. A transmission adjusts the ratio between speed and torque, whereas an MPPT adjusts the ratio between voltage and current to produce the most power. The optimized power output is stored in the battery and passed on to the inverter to change its direct current to alternating current. This is necessary since charging a laptop, for example, requires alternating current. Wire gauge should also be a consideration for your system. The gauge of a wire determines how thick the wire is and how much current it can safely carry. Our system uses 10 AWG wire and has a maximum amperage of 30 amps.
So there are 2 main ways to wire your solar panels, in parallel or in series. Wiring panels in series increases the voltage and keeps the amperage the same, while wiring in parallel increases the amperage and keeps the voltage the same. It's important to balance this out because wires can only handle as many amperes as their AWG rating allows, so you can't have too many panels in parallel. Our setup produces 15 amps, which is well within our wire restriction of 30 amps. It's also important to produce enough voltage in order to charge your batteries. 12-volt batteries have a max charge of 14.7 volts, and we have 2 batteries which together yield 29.4 volts. Our system produces 36 volts in total, which will be regulated by the MPPT, and having an excess will ensure that we reach a sufficient voltage to charge the batteries even without full sun exposure. In our case, we also want to wire as few panels as possible in series, since we're in an easily shadable area. When a panel wired in series becomes shaded and loses power, any other panels connected to it, shaded or not, lose their power too. This is because when wired in series, all of the power is flowing through each of the panels, and that means that if one of them is shaded, it creates a blockage of sorts, and all of the other panels are unable to push their power through it. Keeping this in mind, we wired our panels with 3 pairs in series wired together in parallel. See the diagram. This configuration keeps our amperage and voltage optimal while using a minimal amount of panels in series for protection against shading.
Here in beautiful sunny Vancouver, we set up our solar panels at a 49-degree angle facing south. That's because we're located on the northern hemisphere on the 49th parallel.
The angle of the sun changes in each season. To account for this, in summer, the optimal angle is usually 30 degrees more than the winter. For example, in July, we'd want a 57-degree angle and an 18-degree angle in December.
Okay, so overall, here are the most important things to think about when building your own solar array. First, you need to choose whether you want a system in parallel or series, and to recap, parallel will give you more amperage while series will give you more volts. You also need the basic knowledge behind the solar process, including how solar panels work, the MPPT, the battery, the inverter, and how they all work together. Finally, you need to decide on the position of your panels based on location and the time of year.